Welcome to the final round of this daily event. We're on the draw, but we have a keepable hand, so we're not going to mulligan. Got some turn 1 plays. We're playing against, what do you know, Stompy. So we're going to lead on Javelineer, and we actually have a follow-up in the form of Journey. He just led on Pit Skulk, which could be a problem if he doesn't protect it, because we can just Javelineer this out of the game, get back a Javelineer. I'm not going to block. I'm not going to take the trade. It looks like he might have a second Pit Skulk around. So if he does, we can just shoot this one and journey the next one. He does. Alright, and no land, so he's pretty hosed. What we want to do is journey this away first so as to remove his possibility of playing Gather Courage. And I think he might be in a lot of trouble at that point. And we'll just shoot this. Next turn, okay, he's just going to pass. So this is actually looking like a pretty solid start for us. I think we'll just go Skyfisher into another Javelineer. Puts more power on the board, gives us more options. And really, I think we're just going to steal this first game like it was nothing. He did draw a second land. Has a Sheenan. So that does kind of suck because he's going to be able to do some damage with that. Not even sure if I want to play any other creatures out. We can attack with both of these and then try and ping him down and not play any other creatures. He may have Gather Courage. Don't think that's too bad for us. So yeah, let's just attack with both of these. He's going to take it. I may just not cast any other creatures. The only thing is I really don't want to do that. I want to keep the ball rolling. So I think I'm going to play Traveler and Hawk. Actually, I'm really not sure. Maybe I'll just chill here for a minute. If he doesn't attack, it really stops our forward progress. But if he does attack and just pumps this for everything it's worth, then we have some issues. I think we'll play Doom Traveler and Squadron Hawk. We get some value out of these guys anyway. We thin out our deck a little more. And it kind of forces him to attack and use up some cards. And right now, as far as resource trades go, I think we're looking alright. We're going to get a guy out of it. We just drew 3 cards out of this. So, not the worst. Not the worst. We can also shoot him before blocks, so we don't have to block with this. Okay, if he attacks, I'm just going to shoot him during the attacker step, so I don't have to block. And we'll block with the Traveler first, hopefully make him take some damage. He's going to pump it. Okay, we're going to take, what, 3? Still get a guy back, attack him with everything. And we're really winning this race. So yeah, we'll attack him for 5. We can play 2 Hawks. Try and get him that way. I think that's actually fine with me. We got him on a 2-turn clock, so I'm actually fine kind of tossing these Hawks away. They're just basically race trade fodder right now. Forcing him to use cards to keep that creature alive. And we're saving our good stuff. We're saving the core Skyfishers. So that's what I like to see. In a pinch, we can also have him get this back and journey this. But it's not really in a pinch. I mean, he had to use a Groundswell just to keep his creature alive. So just block because we have to. He's on 2 turns. He's going to pump it again. Another 3 damage Groundswell, or 2 damage. There's a Young Wolf. So now we can fly over. We can actually give him the Pit Skulk back if we want. We can make a bunch of flyers. The Pit Skulk is going to be pretty rough because he can put 3 on it. But we can actually put him dead, right? No, not exactly. This takes him to 8, and then it puts him on 1 more turn. But we're at 13, which I think is actually reasonable life total. So we might just want to journey this at this point, or just continue to force him to attack. And I don't know that I want to attack into that. If we do, he goes down to 6. I think we're going to remove the Sheenan. I think what we're going to do is get him for 3. Get the Sheenan out of here. Give him an unblockable guy, but also just... I think we're just like really far ahead. Or we could just play out all of our guys, too. He's on 2 turns either way. Yeah, maybe we do that. I think it's a little better. We'll dump a land back into our hands. So he has the opportunity to do a lot of damage to us, but he's also still on 2 turns coming back the other way. And he has to make his guy over 7 toughness. I'm not sure he can do that. So he's dead to our attack, so he has to attack. He's dead to our aerial attack, I'm saying. This might be the worst decision of them all. I'm really not sure. It felt right. Actually, on paper, doesn't look that great, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, this is still a ticking time bomb for him, and our life total is really what's cushioning us. So I just decided to go for it. He's the one constricted on land, constricted on creatures. So we have the option of flying over or blocking. Might have been better just to get the Sheenan out of there. We would have had these creatures off of the board. Okay, he just concedes. Okay, so we took the first game pretty quickly. And based on last round, I think we know how we want to board. So we're going to try it again. Being on the draw, we're going to leave in a pair of the Falcons. And then we bring in the standard bearers, the planes, the strands, the Rift Watcher. Did I cut all of the Sky Hunters? Seems like maybe I did. Oh no, we cut a pair of Bone Splitters. So this is how we boarded last time. We're actually ahead. We're actually up a game this time, which is really helpful. So I think this sideboarding looks decent. We got a number of things he has to deal with. Hopefully we can draw them in the right succession and not misplay too heavily. Has been a long time since I played this deck. This looks very keepable. No mulligan. So he's got a Young Wolf. Not the best thing for us to see. But I think we can kind of stay afloat here. I'm not going to block the Young Wolf. Maybe I will if he puts a Rancor on it. Because that kind of... Okay, he's just going to attack. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to block it. We get a flyer. We can trade later if we want. Keeps him from getting a Pit Skulk. I mean, that Pit Skulk doesn't do anything. Though, yeah, that is what I was worried about. Unfortunately, it came back to bite us. But, I mean, we have a lot of outs to that. I was worrying about a play like that. Though, if we don't block, he still gets the Pit Skulk, and it's pretty big. So, there's that. We can't block this anyway. We're not going to be able to block this. So, we're going to have to hope to remove it or outrace it. So, I'm going to attack here, and I think I'm going to play Rift Watcher. The War Falcon Hawk gives us more power on the board. But Rift Watcher can block this. So can War Falcon. I think we got to play Rift Watcher. Yeah, this draw might be too good for us. Oh, and I just really misplayed. Because now we're losing Loyal Cathar for no reason. Ouch. That was horrible. I'm moving too quickly. So I still think we want to play Rift Watcher. I mean, I guess we set him back a land, but he probably has Groundswell to make use of it. That was a horrible misplay. Though, I don't think that's what's going to lose us the game. I think what's going to lose us the game is this Pit Skulk. He's going to pump it now. Ooh, that's gross. So we're going to take 6. Can we get any kind of reprieve here? Plains is not exactly what I was hoping for. So that's 9 without anything. We're just going to send the Spirit. Yeah, pretty big problem for us, though. I mean, the main problem was we took the block, and he happened to have Pit Skulk plus Hunger, which was just... There was nothing we could do to really deal with that. We needed Journey, we didn't have it. Now we're just probably dead. So everybody that can has to block Sheenan. So we'll just have him do that. Yeah, that was pretty rough. Wow, we only take 1? There's a looker. And we're just dead. I mean, we can bounce this back. We're still dead. I think we'll still make him do it. Maybe he misclicks or something. We will go to 5, but it's just not enough. I'm kind of confused where the rest of my hawks went, because I have a hawk on the board, I have a hawk in my hand, and I have no other hawks. What is the deal with that? Alright, we're done. Good game. Alright, so that was pretty brutal. But fear not, we have one more chance to redeem ourselves. We're playing too fast. We need to slow down for sure. So I'm actually going to cut War Falcon on the play. We're going to bring Sky Hunter back in. It's less vulnerable to Hornet Sting and Scattershot Archer. So this is how we're going to board. Let's go ahead and go to game number 3. So let's play first here. And this hand is very keepable, so we're not going to mulligan. I think it looks solid. And I think it's what we want to roll with. So, I mean, it makes him have an answer to Standard Bearer. Vault Scourge. So let's go ahead and offer the trade, and then we'll play Standard Bearer. Next turn we have Rift Watcher, and then we have Skyfisher with the Rift Watcher. So he's going to go up to 18, hopefully not sting this away. He can't untap his guy. Okay. Sure. So we're not going to attack into that, but we are going to play Aven Rift Watcher. Gain 2, and we will pass. He's got to use Ranger to get his lands out there. Seems like he may be stumbling on his land drops, which means we can definitely steal this. He has a Sheenan, which is really rough. Hopefully we can get rid of it or strands it. Nope. We can bounce it with Core Skyfisher, which I think we're going to have to do here. So let's attack. And let's get these hawks out of here. Or these hawks out here. The other option is going with the Sky Hunter. But I think for now we want to thin these hawks out. And this is our way of protecting the standard bearer. However, he's probably going to suit this guy up like crazy. Maybe it's better just to bounce the Rift Watcher, try to race, something like that. But we have a lot of things we can draw still. And he's got to really pump up the Sheenan if he wants to punish our board or whatever. There's a Nettle Sentinel. Okay. So Groundswell, pretty dangerous for us. Wow, is he not even going to attack, huh? Doesn't look like he's going to attack. So he's just looking to go crazy on us. I think we can maybe swing there. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We have like no other option but to just try and race this guy. So let's do that. Maybe we should have played Sky Hunter. He's going on a completely different plan than what I was expecting. I think a big issue is if he wants to try and Rancor up Vault Scourge. We have little in the way of stopping that. But we can't block it anyway. What we gotta do is get rid of this so we can play Standard Bearer again. Or we can play Prismatic Strands. Something like that. Standard Bearer would be dead right now, so is it better that it's in our hand, giving us a chance to play it, or that it's dead? I mean, I don't know. I think it's better in our hand because we have a chance to redeem ourselves and get it back. Now he's in the tank because, I mean, he's got so many things he can pump. He can pump this, making it really hard to block. He can pump this and start trying to race back. Or he can pump this and try and take our creatures out from underneath us. Some of our options are a little easier, I guess, in my mind, because we can just fly over. We can always get damage in if we need to. But we have to get this off of the board. That is high priority. So we want to be able to journey it. Prismatic Strands, something. It's really what we're looking for. So he's definitely in the tank. I'm going to check my connection. 17, or sorry, my connection is good. He's way in the tank. He obviously can use 3 mana if he uses the Ranger. I opted to save my Standard Bearer rather than get back my Aven Rift Watcher. We'll see if that was, that was a good play or not. Got a lot of power in the air. He's got an opening to do some big things. He knows my entire hand. So that's crucial. Okay, he's coming in. We'll see what happens. He's coming in with the whole family. We got a block. So let's just block. And see what he does. He didn't use the extra mana yet. So he's just going like that. Looks like he might Hunger the Howl Pack some stuff. I can get Standard Bearer down, which is huge. As long as he doesn't have another Sheen in. I don't know if I like that attack at all. He's probably looking to untap something. But with Standard Bearer around, we can combo block a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm just kind of reacting to what he does. Which I don't know how good. That attack did not seem good. Unless he's got a fog. He's playing like he maybe has fog. There's a longbow. And there's another pit skulk. Ooh, that's kind of gross. Well, longbow is going to really keep us from doing damage. However, he can't pump this until he gets rid of the bearer. So I think we're going to play the bearer. I'm planning to attack with everybody. He's got 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10. And we've got 2, 4, 6 in the air. Yeah, I think we're just going to attack with everybody. Then he has to shoot down Standard Bearer. He can't pump anything else. And I think we might have him at that point. Unless he like Rancors this. He has a land, equips, and can Rancor. He's just deciding if he wants to block my Loyal Cathar. But I think we might just be overwhelming here. He's going to block. That's fine. He could have untapped something as well. I probably should have played the Standard Bearer pre-combat. I kind of messed that up. Once again, making huge mistakes here. This is far from the best Magic I've played. Yeah, just not playing around Quirion Ranger at all. Oh man, should have definitely main phased that, but you know, he passed priority before he could even do that. So it looks like he's just going to take the damage. That's what I'm hoping he's going to do. That will take him to 4. We're sitting at 16. And then we got 2 more guys coming up after that. He's actually trading with Skargan, which is interesting. We're getting a guy back, obviously, from that trade. Then we're going to go here. That's going to keep him from untapping. Even though he has longbow. And then we also get the Hawk down. So he's in a very tough spot. Extremely tough. He needs to have fog or something similar. Now if he has fog, this game gets really interesting. But right now it's looking pretty good for us as far as I can tell. He did draw a land, so maybe he does have Rancor or fog. But he's going to have to main phase it and telegraph it. Whereas we can just bash in with everything on the, everything but the kitchen sink. He gets a life if he equips the Scourge. But we still have 7 in the air. We have exactly 7. He can also block and ping a flyer and go to like 1. But I don't think his attacks can do enough to stop us. He's attacking for 4. Alright, that's fine. I'll take 4. He's attacking for 5. Okay. But then I can swing in with my ground guys too. Okay, now he's attacking for 4. Let's take 4. I have no interest in blocking. And... Yep. Okay, so that's how he's going to do it. So if I untap... Okay, he can shoot Standard Bearer right now. Gain a life. Then he can untap it and block and shoot another guy. Yep, that will work. So he's going to go up to 9. Oh, he's going to untap it right now. And we draw Rift Watcher, which is huge. I think we just attack with all. He can kill something. He can kill 2 things and gain some life, but his guy is going to die. And then we gain 2 life and get another blocker. So I'm just sending him all. We actually don't want to send this, though, because it'll grow him. That's all it's going to do for us. So we're not going to do that. So he can kill Skyfisher. He can kill 2 of these. He can kill 3 of these. He's going to gain a lot of life. But I still think... Whoa. He's not blocking? Okay, he's not blocking. So he wants to be able to pump that. Okay. That's fair. He's at 2. Let's just do this. So maybe he's okay if he can like super pump the Vault Scourge. But we're still very comfortable. Yeah, if he can make this into like a Baneslayer. I mean, he can also start shooting us down. He can shoot down another creature by pinging, untapping, pinging, and equipping something else. We're definitely like... we're in a really interesting predicament because we're forced to try and kill him. And he's got a lot of difficult decisions. This is a really interesting game, and I'm not really thinking it out the way I should be. But maybe he just maybe he just won't have enough to stop us. A Journey or a Strands is almost like certainly a win for us, so that's something I'd like to see. Or even Standard Bearer. Standard Bearer does pretty well for us, at least for 1 turn, because he can't ping multiple times. He's not going to attack with anything, but he should ping. Whoa, he's just sitting there. Okay, we're gonna let that go. So he might be interested in instant speed, pumping up his Scourge. I don't even think we can afford to really like play around anything. I think we just have to send the whole team. He can make his Scourge really big, but we can't just wait and let him shoot down everything under the sun. So he's got 2, 4, 5, 6. I think we just have to attack with all of our flyers and play out our other 2 guys. It's interesting that he didn't ping at all, so maybe he's just going to pump the hell out of this. But we can't just sit here and let him gun down flyers. So I think we have to force him to use some pump right now. So we're going to send every single flyer we have and try and do as much damage as we possibly can. And we're hoping to draw something that'll dig us out of this. Either way, I mean, no matter what happens, this is an extremely close match, and it shows you like how hard with this deck you're going to have to fight sometimes to try and, you know, get there in a daily event. Whether we win or not, you're seeing that, like, even for me, I mean, I'm making some pretty big mistakes. So a more polished player, or, you know, someone who's been practicing a little more, can probably not find themselves in these type of situations as much as I'm finding myself in them today. But it's still a pretty big struggle. So he had access to at least an extra shot had he shot us the turn before. Now he's just super tanking. And we don't really have any reason to send the guy on the ground. The fact that he has a life-linking guy is just it's such an X factor. But this is a lot of damage still, no matter what he does. I'm going to check my connection. So, yeah, it's rough. Really rough. I mean, the fact that he has Longbow and Scourge on the board is just killing us. It's really doing a number on us. But we may, I mean, how many times can he pump his guys? As long as he doesn't have Hunger of the Howl Pack, he can't permanently pump the Scourge, so there is some solace there. Okay, he's going to get rid of a Hawk. He goes to 3. Now what? He's going to untap it. Okay. Do you have a pump spell? Because I'm hoping you don't. I mean, this whole turn could really devastate us, but it was going to do that anyway. Had we just passed, he could have taken out a bunch of guys and used his pump on attackers. So we kind of want to force his hand here, even though we have nothing. I mean, we're sitting on Prismatic Strands. He doesn't know that, but we are sitting on... I mean, he doesn't know that we're not sitting on it, but he has to think about that. So, what's next? Block. Okay. You're going to have to do more to kill me, or to not die. I'm curious why he wanted to kill Sky Hunter and not Core Sky Fisher. Still kind of ambiguous. I mean, he's still trying to figure out if he can play around Strands, but he really can't. I mean, I think he just has to go for it with whatever he has. He has Forest in hand, 2 Unknowns. He used a Hornet Sting. So, I don't even know. He already used up his untap. We're just trying to get him dead. I mean, there's a number of things he could have that would really ranch us right now. Okay, he's pinging that. He's at 4. He goes to 1. He loses Vault Scourge. So that is huge. Absolutely huge. He does not have a pump spell. And on that strength alone, I think we're dead. He definitely needed a pump spell, and he didn't have it. And we still have everything. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of miraculous. It could be the case he diluted his deck without enough pump spells. It's just the luck of the draw, too. I mean, like I said, either way, even if we win this match, we still had to fight for it. And we do win the match. We end up going 3-1 with mono white. So the deck is not completely a terrible choice. It's obviously a deck I'm comfortable and familiar with, which is why I'm playing it. And it paid off for me today. I hope you guys really enjoyed the matches. Please remember that in this format, playing a deck you're comfortable with is so huge. And I made some bad misplays, but you know, with a little luck, little bit of elbow grease, we scratched our way there, and we're cashing out. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys continue to stay plugged in and support the content. Thank you.